y'all doing out there? I hope y'all doing great. It's so much going on in these streets, man. You just want to go off and say, dang, is we living in this damn world or we living in a fairy tale of bullshit? You know what I'm saying? I have to wake up every day thinking some positive shit because man, I go outside this window and everybody blowing clothes and clothes blowing everywhere and people blowing down the street. I said, oh, we got a storm coming, a tornado finna tear it up. And I'm sitting there. I remember when I was sitting there a long time ago. I'm going to tell y'all something. When a tornado hits you and when a house, man, you going to recognize some shit. You going to get smart or you going to be straight blowed away. And I remember a man blowed on a tree, man. He was up there running from... He was running from a tornado, and they blowed him on a tree. And I seen him holding on to a tree like dear life. And that's what saved his ass. That means I said, motherfucker, you blessed because you almost blew the fuck away, but not want to go to the cellar. Because you was all in your feelings like, well, everybody got to go to the cellar. I'm not going to the cellar. Well, okay, I told you to go to the cellar. So anyway, I'll be sitting up here talking about, my arrogancy, but I just want to tell y'all love and light, I'm ignorant both ways and, I don't give a damn about that other shit, I'm real talk. I believe in if we gonna make it in this world, we gotta be real to each other, man. Cause there's people out here, man, they trying to start all that smoke. They go over talking about, I want y'all to go over there and make a relationship. Y'all gotta make a relationship with that angel so I could get some of that mess and get her to shut up. But the only thing they do is get declined. Cause I'm not the one. I can smell it before you call me. If I feel like you up to something, I don't fool with you with a thin pole. Because I remember a long time ago, see, they always wanted me to be, oh, she's scared to speak. Baby, I ain't scared to speak. I just learned to say less and you learn. See, when you go out there in these streets, say less and sit back and just look. Look at all the fools going by. And they're going to be like, why is she so quiet? And then they over there arguing, they over there fighting across the street. They fighting with their girl. So I seen a fight. Man, and I'm going to tell y'all something that's going to blow y'all mind. One day, I'll never forget this. My daughter, boy, she is a strong, man, that girl's strong. I'm going to put it to you like this. I'm going to make you understand something. When it came to whooping ass, she like, it's on up in these streets. And the man I never forget this man decided he wanted to beat his wife. And he thought he going to come over here and play. My daughter said, looking back, went over there and tore that ass up. I mean, don't get it, this is a grown ass man. But she took that fist out, she said, you want some hoe? You want some hoe? Man, I swing. That's all I do. 24 times in 7. You don't come over and call my parents or anybody no Negroes. And then go sit over there. You better get in your house because you black and you on your porch. No, she taught that person a lesson, allegedly. Back in the day, allegedly. She tore that ass up. I ain't saying no names because that was a sweet ass whooping. I mean, it just was. She said, I'll be doggone it. I told you. That was the wrong one, and that was the wrong direction. I'll never forget it. I'm going to tell you back in the day. Now, I'm going to tell you some things. Now, that was crazy back in the day, I tell people, and I'm going to go back to something else, I never forget it. With my husband, allegedly, and God rest his soul, they was trying to frame him for some shit, and the police gonna try to chase somebody down like they crazy. That man was in there with some leeches, and he survived, and he beat the shit out of them and ran off. They can't find him today. He got ready to go. He gone now. You can't find shit now because he gone. You're too late. You're too late. That's what I be saying. You're too late. I be going back in time, people be always talking about You don't give them credit. No, I love my family. It's just, let me get you something straight, but my family forgot who they places. They forgot that I was a human being. They forgot I wasn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? I was somebody that I loved you. But when it came to bull, I know when my husband say, just step back. He said, when they get to clowning, don't get in the way. Just step back. Because sometimes you got to step back to learn what you're dealing with. Because, honey, them kids are strong as hell. Don't get it twisted. You might look at them and they be like, oh, we look weak. No, not my daughter. Mm-mm. That's why one day, I'll never forget, she had knocked somebody's teeth out. And he deserved it because he thought he was gonna keep doing shit. She was like, nigga, go on. You better sit your butt down somewhere. She could have been in the ring. I ain't gonna even lie to you. She could tie your ass up. She go in the ring with your ass, you gonna be laid out. And that's real talk. She fight like, Homer Ali's daughter. Them two need to go heads up. Boy, I'd have liked to see that, boy. That was been a fight. I'm telling y'all, that would have been a world record because my husband taught her, woof, woof. And she know how to do it too, man. She tie her ass up. I ain't been talking about my daughter because my daughter don't play. Everybody think it's all about, well, they not mad at you. No, let me tell you something. They mad at me for other reasons. And that's because, they know I'm strong, but they wanted to be. A lot of people wanted to be something. My kids always wanted to be famous. And they wanted to do that, Somebody taught them that, well, I got an idea. Yeah, I teach you how to be famous. Yeah, I teach you how to be famous. That's the one gonna make you famous. But I'm silly though, y'all. I'm silly though. I give my kids utmost respect because they strong as heck. Don't get it twisted. They just forgot two things. They forgot where they came from. That's just simple. They forgot how hard it was in the street. They forgot what it was. You had to know how to slang. You had to know how to stay in that ground and hustle. Because I remember my husband used to say, if you can't grind and you can't hustle, then you going to be the street's property. And I was like, street property? He said, you got to learn that life ain't what you make of it. It's what you put in it. If you make your life effed up, because you don't want to change, you don't want to go out there and do right, you don't want to pay the cost, you don't want to live like you're supposed to, then it's going to be your problem when you got to go to Judgment Day. Everybody meet that day. I don't give a darn if it was me. I ain't gonna lie, in the past life, I was, man. Now, if y'all have got me in the past life now, allegedly, y'all have been messed up. You know what I'm saying? They know me. They tried to test me in this life, because they're like, well, we're going to test her. I admit, in the past life, I deserved the ass whooping. See, sometimes I'm going to tell y'all something. Your past life, you come back in this hard life, a lot of that's because, man, I was bad back in the day. What I mean by that, no disrespect, but I did something wrong. I left somebody in a tower, and then I went on, I said I was going to marry them, and I just left them. I left them in that tower. And that person never got married because they were waiting on me. See, past life I was a man. I wasn't no woman. This life I'm a woman. And I had to pay some severe karma. So I got my ass whooped, y'all. And I'm picking it up because, hey, that ass whooping teach you how to live, man. I learned that you can't live in the past. You can't change it. But you sure can make a new direction in your life. Because what's done is done. That's just that. How you go from here, strictly up to you. Change, or life will change you.